up, Doc?
Hey Ross, we have a mission for you. You'll need to pass some derivative training beforehand. It's simple enough, and I think you'll understand it once you learn it.
Okay, sounds good, Doc.
So first off, the most basic form of differentiation is the power rule. If something is raised to a power, the derivative is that power multiplied by that something raised to one lesser power, times the derivative of the inside. Here's an example. Note that the derivative of a constant term is 0.
Well, that makes enough sense to me. What else is there?
There are a few more. Another rule is the product rule. If you have to take the derivative of two things multiplied together, you use the following. The first term times the derivative of the second term, plus the second term times the derivative of the first term. Here's an example. This problem here shows how the product rule by doing the first term times the derivative of the second term plus the second term times the derivative of the first term, and then simplifies the problem down to the final answer.
Simple enough. What's next?
There's one last rule that you should know about. This is called the quotient rule. When I learned this in calculus, we dumbed it down to low d high minus high d low, all over low squared. This is only applied when you are taking the derivative of a fraction. You take the low term times the derivative of the high term minus the high term times the derivative of the low term. All of this is over the low term squared. This is shown in the next example. You take the low term times the derivative of the high term minus the high term times the derivative of the low term. All of this is over the low term squared. Here is the final answer.
Okay, I think I'm ready for my mission.
Whoa, Tiger. Not so fast. I'm sending a test for you to do to make sure you are qualified enough to complete this mission.
Great. I'll send my answers back to you as soon as possible.
Well, Ross, it looks like you got everything right. I'm officially assigning you to this mission. You will report to 123 West Main Street, Quasi, PA, tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Good luck, Agent.
Let's roll.
Alright, Max. So over here we have what we call the quotient rule, and that's when you take the high term times the derivative of the low term minus the low term times the derivative of the high term, all over the high term squared. Alright? It's pretty simple once you understand that. And then we have the product rule as well, which you just multiply and then take the derivative of 1. And then do the vice versa on the other side, but you're adding them instead of subtracting them. So, Max, if you take the derivative of 4x, you're gonna get 2x squared. And then
What are you doing?
What?
That's completely wrong.
You're wrong.
No.
What are you talking about?
Max,
I
I'm
get paid
sorry
to
you
do
put
this.
up with this, bud. I'm sorry, sir. Can you please stand up?
Dude, what's going on? This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, sir, but you're under arrest.
This
for,
what? Dude, I'm just doing my
incorrect calculus.
job. Oh my god, you're
No.
incorrect calculus.
No, I'm sorry. Hands behind your back.
Oh my gosh. That was a little tight.
Sucks to suck.
You suck.
Alright, out we go.
This is ridiculous.
Sorry. Here we go.
Sorry about that, Max, but he just wasn't teaching the right things. And like, first of all, the quotient rule is low d high minus high d low all over low squared. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. And the derivative of 4x is not 2x squared, it's just 4. Okay? Do you understand that? Good boy. Alright, and there's one more thing that even Doc didn't even know, and it's called velocity problems. So, when you're given a position equation, the velocity is just the derivative of it, right? Good. So whenever you take the derivative of a position equation, you can find your velocity equation. And once you use that, you can find your velocities at a specific time by just plugging in a time. So to take the derivative of a position equation, you're just going to use the rules that I previously taught you. Does that make sense? Good. Here you go, buddy.
Dang it.
I have to do that for every single one. I hate you.
You want to just make a different problem?
Yeah,
Alright, Max. So right here is what we call the quotient rule, and come on. Alright, so if you take the derivative of 4x, you're gonna get 8x squared.
What are you doing?
What?
That's completely wrong.
You're wrong.
No, Max, I'm sorry you had to put up with this,
What the heck,
sir,
man?
I need you to stand up.
Why? What's going on?
Sir, you're under arrest. I'm
What?
sorry.
This is ridiculous, man.
Please turn around, hands behind your back.
Gosh. Yeah, take your time, sir. I'm just getting arrested here.
Sorry, so that's completely wrong.
Are we done? I'm recording. That was a terrible job. It's not at all tightened. Good.
dummy.
Me?
Yeah,